Hey, critics, and welcome back to the Critic Chronicles YouTube channel where you get commentary reviews and tabloid news. It's Monday, June the 8th, 2026. Hey, critics, it's time to chronicle. Up first, let me just say hello, June. Hello, Black Music Month. Plus, of course, the BET Awards are scheduled to be at the end of this month, and we're going to be ending it with a bang. But first, of course, let's talk Tiny Desk, okay? NPR's Tiny Desk music event is on its fifth year, and they're going to be featuring, and has already basically featured some staples in the culture, including Floetry. Floetry has an album. Actually, they have a couple of albums, Floetic as well as Floicism Live. It's available via Hoopla. Hoopla is a free streaming platform made possible through our local library. But their Tiny Desk, y'all, is already up on the YouTube channel. Loved it. The ladies also recently went out on tour. They made some public, it seemed like some public amends, while they were on stage with each other. They apologized for missing events in each other's lives, like some major milestones and the birth of kids, and like some very personal things that they talked about when they were on stage. Not at the Tiny Desk, but this was a clip that I saw when they were out on tour together. So yeah, it's just a long history behind the breakup of the duo, and then of course that addition at one point in time with Amanda Seales, which only further muddied the waters with their fans. I spoke about this maybe a year ago. I think it was like right before they ended up like canceling Amanda Seales' radio show that she had. I know Marsha Ambrosia. She ended up, one of the band members. She ended up being out on the road by herself. I actually hosted an event that she did in Florida back in 2019, where she performed, and she did a good job. But I can tell the difference between her performance at that event versus seeing her on Tiny Desk with her bandmate. Like, come on now. Like, it's nice to always see folks make amends. And when it's a part of the artistry and it just kind of goes with their flow, they have this very unique floetic, which is why, that's why their album is called Floetic and Floicism, because it's not just singing, it's like an art to what they do on another level, because it's like some spoken word that's in there. Like, they do some rapping, like it's a very floetry, poetry, poetic duo. And we talk about groups and whatnot, but there's one thing when it's like three, but when it's two people, three, four, five members of the group, but when it's two people, that duo, yeah, shout out to the duos. And Chloe and Haley, I'm talking about y'all too. I'm fine with y'all doing y'all movies, but it's time to come back together. We ain't seen y'all like that since what, 2020? Do it, do it, do it, do it. We want y'all to do some more music together. We want to see you. I know y'all doing your acting thing, but come back to the music together, collectively, as a duo. I'm done. I'm gonna move on. I think I am. But y'all know Floetry is the neo soul crew. Yeah. I want to read you real quick. Where did I put my? Oh gosh, I put it way over here. Let me get it real quick. I did want to read off some of the comments that folks put down in the Tiny Desk comments, and these are some of the comments that people said. One person said, "When I saw the notification, I said, I know you lying." As I quickly clicked on, what a way to start my June in the year 2026. Somebody else said, "Floetry is back together. What a beautiful treat to wake up to." Someone else said, "I tell you, Neo Soul is definitely trying to come back, and Floetry is the perfect way to usher this movement. Wish D'Angelo could still be around to give us a Tiny Desk." So yeah, seeing a few of those comments. I'm gonna link the performance in the show notes, so y'all be sure to check that out as well. Everybody hasn't gone, but I will say Floetry thus far has been my favorite, but there's more to come. Okay, Gina, there's a performance. Their performance is already up on YouTube. Gina sings the song "How We Flow," and while I was not familiar with this artist prior to Tiny Desk, the music is solid. Okay, Eve, of course, rapper. Rough Riders. Her book, Who's That Girl, is available via Hoopla on audiobook, but also ebook as well. Her album, Evolution, and Let There Be Eve, Rough Riders, is also available via Hoopla. She's set to also give a performance at the Tiny Desk. I'm looking forward to it. Joe, another R&B artist with several staples, including I Wanna Know. Okay, side note, I met somebody in real life who told me that she's seen Joe in concert no matter where she lived at. So maybe like 8 or 9 times, I believe is what she confirmed. But yeah, shout out to Joe. Number 5, gospel singer Fred Hammond. Fred, I didn't realize this, but in my research, I found that he worked with John P. Key. Creating me a clean heart. I know that that's not the Fred Hammond song, but he did work on that album, that John P. Key album, Life in Favor. Come on, gospel. Let me tell you, gospel. We talk about music, but gospel music for me, like that is the most uplifting music, like there is. Now, if you want me to act a fool, though, hip hop me all day long. But if it's, you know what though, Kirk Franklin songs give me, do you want a revolution? I'm telling you, if you out here, get your Glock out. No, I'm just joking. I'm joke. That's a joke. Let me move on before I go straight to the wrong place. Our Star, her album, The Year I Turned 21, is available via Hoopla. Her Tiny Desk is also up on YouTube as well. The Paradox, their album NSFW, is available via Hoopla. 8 Ball and MJG. I'm actually kind of looking forward to this one. Their Living Legends album and Riding High is available via Hoopla. Shabuzi is set to perform on the Tiny Desk. His album Lady Wrangler is available via Hoopla. I feel like y'all had a few more resources for Shabuzi, and I'm not sure where they have gone, but maybe I should just look again. I'll keep y'all posted if there's even more Shabuzi resources, but I've done Shabuzi resources before, like last summer when we were talking about the BT Awards, and there was way more than what I found this time, but we'll keep it moving. Bow Wow, or should I say Lil Bow Wow? Or wait, ain't he going by something else these days? What is his real name? I'm sorry, Bow. But Bow Wow, whatever you refer to him as, I'm looking forward to him performing as well. So those are some of the top folks that's actually going to be performing this month on the Tiny Desk concert. Getting a thing, doing the thing, doing the thing. Also shout out to Drake. I'm not gonna miss Drake. He released his 3 albums. Iceman with Michael Jackson. That's the one with the Michael Jackson looking hand, like on the front. It got the glove. Habib Habibti Habibti. Yes, it's with the woman who looks like she's taped on a wall, like with her mouth and her head covered, mostly showing like her uncovered black eyes. And then of course Maid of Honor. It has like a white woman who looks like she's maybe from the 60s, the free spirit. Maybe it's his mama with like him. It's like a picture of him in the background. Like one is an adult, one is like a baby picture. Or maybe it was a kid picture, not a baby picture per se, but you could tell it was Drake. Yeah, check out the covers. Tell me what you think. I want to know. They have had a few ratings through the library. Most of them around like a 3.8, like on average, like a median between just the 3 albums was like about a 3.7. So, or so stars out of 5. So yeah, congratulations, Drake. He's still topping the Billboard with all 3 albums. The last time I checked. But yeah, way to get attention with that Michael Jackson looking hand. And speaking of music, and while we're on the topic, let's talk Lizzo. She also dropped her album with 12 songs on the album. It overall gives like an 80s vibe to me. You know what I'm saying? Sexy ladies. That's my favorite song, like on the whole album. But many may have noticed though that the singer has been promoting her own album and speaking out about the changes in the music industry in a caption that was caught from Baller Alert's IG page when an ex-user said the following: Lizzo not having a fan base is so weird to me when this woman was literally selling out arenas not even 2 years ago. Like, where did these people go? Lizzo responded with the following. She said, I actually can answer this. The industry changed so much in the last 3 years. Streaming replaced radio, and I was a radio darling. That's how my fans discovered my music, not to mention the very obvious and public attack on my career, changing things. But I'm out here doing my absolute best, and you can't knock a bitch for that. Some critics did, though, point out the fact that Lizzo, oh, her album is titled Bitch, by the way. Perfect, perfect, perfect little transition, promo it. Some critics did, though, point out the fact that Lizzo, she's gone through some tough legal troubles, especially like when it comes to her being sued by her dancers. And even though the outcome did not mean that Lizzo had to pay anything, it still, I believe, put a damper on her momentum in the industry. And while this is not one of Lizzo's best albums, I'm being very honest with you, it is a good body of work and it allows Lizzo to share her newest music. But if I'm being honest with you, I think a little bit more effort could have been put in at the studio when it comes to this particular album. Additionally, if you look at my library specifically, the ratings are not necessarily as high as her other albums. I mean, many of her other albums have, I'm talking about 4.5 stars, 4.8 stars. But this album actually ended up having about a 3.2 star out of 5. So just to let you know, that's the scale that they rated on at the library. This is not through, what can I say? Some of the other streaming services. This is specifically through the free streaming platform that I get through the local library via Hoopla, which is where I listen to a lot of free music. And I'm gonna also say this side note. Lizzo's album was available like within 2 hours of the album dropping on Hoopla. Like it was within a couple of hours. Boom, just like that. But music, I feel like the library does a great job. Them books, though, baby, especially them audio books. Oh, you gotta wait, or just go ask your library to do an interlibrary loan. We'll talk more about the library a little bit later on in the show because I want to move on to this. When it comes to promoting all of the Tiny Desks, they've tapped into three individuals, according to a report. Donnie Simpson, Bow Wow, Little Bow Wow, you just don't know. And who else but Big Tigger? They were all basically tapped into so that they can join NPR and basically announcing all of the Black Music Month lineups across their social media. But we've been hearing something a little bit different from Big Tigger, and it ain't got nothing to do with Black Music Month, honey. Yeah. Since we're on the topic of the radio personality, let's get into it. DJ Big Tigger, he hosts the Big Tigger Morning Show out of ATL, I believe it is. Well, his wife, who gave birth to Tigger's first child a little over a year ago, she's come to social media to share that she's been abused by Tigger allegedly. Now, I've not heard many rumors that I believed anyway from Tigger since like Korean Steffens, the book, but we won't go there. We won't. I know we can, but we won't. We won't go there. I'm lying. It was actually probably the reason why I didn't really count this is because I didn't believe it. Like when that rumor was out about Keisha Knight Pulliam's baby being Tigger's, because I think that was like an ex-boyfriend at one point in time. But anyway, I didn't believe it though. Like that's why I didn't. Yeah, I didn't believe that rumor. But either way, let's focus on the current matter at hand. Okay, the critics over at the Jasmine brand got my attention with a detailed outline reminding us that these are some serious allegations that the DJ is facing from his wife, Alicia Brown, who has since deleted the post where she shared images. It wasn't just an image, it was a video of her bruising and stitches near her eye, writing, "Someone asked my husband why my face happened," meaning that she was referring to Big Tigger. Now, if you saw the video, you saw that, in my opinion, it looked like one of her eye, like there was a gash over like her eyebrow, and it looked like the gash had been sewn up with basically been stitched up. It did look like something was on like her top lip, but I didn't know if that was snot. Like I don't know what that was, like on her top lip, and then like under her eye, it was puffy and dark, right? So it did look like maybe someone had physically like done something to her, but we still don't know if it's Tigger or not because Tigger has not spoken out about not a thing. Now it's my understanding that Tasha K, shout out to Tasha K, and congratulations, girl, on that next move. I guess my insight was right. My insight was right. But with that being said, Tasha K apparently has some insight in an interview from someone who knows, I believe, Alicia and had a child with her prior to the child that she actually had with Big Tigger. So this is not Alicia's first baby. This is actually, it looks like her second child. Her first child, believe it or not, y'all, was can't be found. They cannot find the baby. And the kid was actually taken away from her. So with that being said, when Alicia did the whole post delete whatever, she tagged his V103 co-host. Her name is Francesca Amaker, alleging that the two were basically also having an affair. And while there is speculation that Tigger and his wife are basically divorced, and many are still shocked about these allegations since the two have shared images of their lives together. They was looking happy, but we all know how that goes, right? It wasn't giving, trouble in paradise is all I'm basically saying, but you never know what's going on actually behind closed doors. Now, though, the co-host, Francesca, who ain't even 30 days into the job, she just got that spot, by the way, on May the 11th, because V103, they revamped, I guess, a series of programming in an effort to basically strengthen their lineup and reinforce its position in the market, according to the reports. Well, the updates did take effect on May the 11th, and that included four-time Emmy award-winning broadcaster Francesca Amaker. So let me put some respect on her name. She's not just Francesca. She's actually a four-time Emmy award-winning broadcaster who they brought on to basically co-host the show with Big Tigger weekdays from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. And while other moves were made as well, this one stood out due to the circumstances that surrounding Big Tigger as of right now. So, getting back to what I was saying about the child and Alicia having a child prior to Big Tigger. So, another critic by the name of Gentry Hay Club reminded us that the wife Alicia Brown has a the daughter is no longer 7, but at the time, a 7-year-old daughter who had reportedly been missing since 2019. And according to reports, she is the main suspect in her daughter's abduction. Now, Alicia reportedly lost custody of her daughter at one point in time after she basically left her in a cold car for 8 hours to basically go gamble somewhere up north. But um they haven't seen her basically since the daughter was basically taken away from her allegedly. Now, some are asking Big Tigger, who did you marry? But also, did you put your hands on that woman ever? Now, a past does not prevent nobody from whooping you behind. Like, do you know what I'm like? I'm just saying. Now, all this is alleged. All this is alleged, okay? But it's just a lot of holes in this story, and we will be following. Apparently, Tigger also did not go to work today. He did not show up to his morning show today. Tigger, you on annual leave or nah? I think the baby already won, so I don't think you can use your FMLA. Am I tripping? Tell me, people that know the system, y'all know? Can he use it now or no? I thought once the baby won, you can't use it no more. Men can use it too, by the way. Shout out to FMLA and all the insurances that allow that now, because I know every insurance don't allow, the daddy to have no time off, but shout out to those who do. Okay. But I think the time has basically lapsed now, Tigger. But there's more to come when it comes to that story. Did you put your hands on her? Is what's going on true? What's really happening? And why all of a sudden now is your business being leaked out into the street? Because the streets say that they don't really know much about your personal life, Tigger. So why now? Why now? And it sounds like her baby daddy is giving an exclusive interview over there at Tasha K. More to come. Shout out to Essence.com because they also wanted to point out some artists as well this month who is dropping music as well as albums. And that includes not only Lizzo, but also Vince Staples. They both came out with brand new albums. And Vince Staples, as well as Lizzo album, is available via Hoopla. Now, others who came out with singles this month includes Flo, called Don't Break Her Heart. Bryson Tiller's Drop the Low. Tierra Whack, Wax Paper, as well as CeCe Winans with The Hymns. Yeah, CeCe don't play. CeCe be over there. CeCe make an album every year, okay? Oh, CeCe. I remember her and her brother. Come on now, BB and CeCe Winans. Let me just get to it. Speaking of the BB and the CCs, let's get to the BET Awards 2026. Congratulations to Drewski. He's going to be hosting the BET Awards, and he has really gotten our attention this year with some, you know, very interesting skits, some very creative skits, some funny skits, regardless of what you label them as. They have been hilarious and entertaining, okay? And he ain't left nobody out. So I think everybody's really looking forward to seeing Drewski show up and show out. I'm at the BET Awards. Baby, the standards are high, Drewski. So I'm just letting you know. I'm letting you know. I think you already know that, though. Okay. This year, though, they're going to be giving the Living Legend Icon Award to Miss Lauryn Hill. Performances, though, are expected from Fetty Wap, who recently got out of jail and he's making his rounds back into the industry. Mariah the Scientist, B2K, Coi Leray, Fabulous, Flo, G Herbo, Sway Lee, and more. Be sure to download the BET Experience app so you never miss a beat. That's what the website say, all right? Check out BET.com as well to see the full list of nominees that I'm gonna talk about a few of them, but it's not gonna be many, y'all. Let me take a sip of my tea. I'm a little under the weather. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I am. I don't know what's going on with my voice. I think it's really the allergies. It's the allergies, y'all. It's the allergies, honey, because the other day I was like, oh, what's going on? What is going on? Best female R&B pop artist. It's a lot of gems in this category. But my guess is Kehlani or SZA for this one. Now, Olivia Dean is also in this category. And remember, I believe she won, was it Best New Artist at the Grammys this year? But it's just a lot of good gems in the category, but only one can take home the crown, all right? Best Male R&B Pop Artist. There's Usher, there's Duran Bernard. Oh, wait. Duran Bernard has a amazing Tiny Desk concert. While he's not a part of the lineup, like as of now, he did his, I don't know if it was like a year or two ago or something like that. I don't know, but he's already done his. And my favorite part is, I'm a bad bitch and I'm that. I love that one. That's my favorite part. Anyway, Bruno Mars is also in the category as well. So those are my top three in terms of artists. I want probably Usher. I think BET is really more of like a I just want to get your attention. Usher. I think Usher. Plus he's about to get ready to go back on the road with who, Chris Brown. I think it is. Did they cancel that or not? They still doing it, right? I think so, y'all. I gotta check it out. Best group, I'm voting for the only ladies in the group, which is Flo. If not them, then may the best man win. I'm also going to send like a side note to Chloe and Haley again. Where y'all at? Come back as a group. Not no solo dolo. We want y'all to be back as a duo. Okay. I know I'm gonna keep saying it until I get it. I mean, I really want Destiny's Child. And so, you know, I mean, and I'm with Matthew because the website say that we got like 5 or 6 Destiny's Children. All of them is a part of Destiny's Child. And I'm wondering if they do another tour, if they would bring. No, they wouldn't. Would they? Latoya and Latavia, they wouldn't. Would they? Y'all think they would? Would they? I just thought of, listen, I hate it when I be thinking about stuff on the spot and I didn't think about it in advance. But I wonder if they would do that. Let me move on. Sportswoman of the Year, Asia Wilson or Coco Gauff is my pick, period. Congratulations, though, to Miss Johnson. She just received the key to her city. I think it was a couple of months ago in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The last time I was in Baton Rouge, honey, somebody's son pumped my gas for me, and Lord, we thank you. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that. The same thing happened to me in Atlanta, but that was some years ago. So yeah, shout out to ATL, shout out to Baton Rouge. I didn't even know people in Baton Rouge did that, but yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. Sportsman of the Year, Jalen Hurts is actually my vote, but if not Jalen, I'm always about LeBron James. I love LeBron, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm also not really like a sports person. Like if I'm around people who watch sports is one thing, but sports is not really my it's not really my zhuzh, you know. But I am nosy, especially when they're talking about like Savannah and like the wives of or the girlfriends of the basketball players, you know. But other than that, I'm not that I'm not overly committed to it like that. But if somebody I know is committed, I'm in the moment for them. You know, I'm just in the moment for them. I can play along. I can play along, but not for a long time, you know, but for a small amount of time. Best female hip hop artist, Megan Thee Stallion or Doechii is my vote, hands down. But Cardi B might actually take it. She also, I think, is the most nominated, I think, of the night. I think she has like 6 or so nominations. So congratulations, Cardi B, for being the most nominated BET nominee this time. I don't know why my words are all mixed up. I didn't even say that right, but we're gonna leave it at what it is, okay? Video of the year. Now my vote is Luther by Kendrick and SZA just for historic reasons, or Anxiety by Doechii. Others in the category, though, include LMA for 100, Mariah the Scientist for Burning Blue, which has been quite a hit. Congratulations on that, Mariah. Tyla for Chanel. Um, Teyana Taylor for Escape Room. Teyana is just getting started. Like, I know she's been out there since what we've seen her at her Sweet 16. She was a little bit before the Sweet 16, but in terms of, I think, when the world sort of like really knew who she was outside of just like, you know, New York and stuff and up north. Um, Teyana Taylor is just, she's she ain't gonna stop. Okay. Best new artist. Olivia Dean is the one that I would pick in this category. But she's not the only person in the category. There's also Billy Gang, Destin Conrad, Jaden Quan, Miles Minnick, Monaleo, gorgeous by the way, Trap Dicky as well as Ray. Now I'm not sure how Ray got into the category, but if I listen to more of her music, maybe because she's the one that got that husband song. Dun, where is my husband? Dun 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 dun. Dun, but it don't. I don't know. Maybe just anyway. And then Lizzo. You know what? When I was looking at Lizzo's album on the Hoopla, they got it under the pop category. So I mean, nothing's wrong with that. It's just kind of like okay, like. But I also would have loved to see Lizzo perform at the BET Awards. Like this would have been a great time to jump in there with your flute and get you know, girl, sing one of the new songs, usher in, you know, another song. You gonna let us sneak peek later. You know how they do it. I can't really describe all the things right now, but you know what I'm talking about. Girl, you know what you do as an artist. Why aren't you performing at the BET Awards? Hmm. Did you not slate yourself early enough? I mean, I don't know. Let me try not to tell people what to do, and I don't even know how the business goes. You know, album of the year, Am I the Drama by Cardi B. Don't Tap the Glass, Tyler the Creator. Everything is a Lot, Wale. Heart Sold Separately, Mariah the Scientist. Let Gold Sort Amount, Clips. Mutt Deluxe, Leon Thomas. I feel like Mutt's been okay. All right. Was it? I thought I heard about Mutt last year too. Okay, nothing's wrong with that if we did. The Fall Off by J. Cole and then The Romantic by Bruno Mars. Now, I don't know who's going to take home Album of the Year, but we shall see. Best movie, my vote would be Sinners. And I think the way Sinners performed, not only at the box office, but also the attention that they received at the Academy Awards and all of the things. I see that movie actually winning in this category. And while I'm not deviating away from that, there are other movies in the category, including Highest to Lowest with Denzel, him, number one on the call set, One Battle After Another. That's the one with Teyana Taylor. Relationship Goals with Kelly Rowland as well as Method Man. When I seen Method Man performing Relationship Goals, I was like, as soon as whoever his manager is, make sure that he is auditioning for other stuff outside of that. Ruth and Boaz is in the category as well as Wicked for Good. Now, Wicked is another one that I feel like last year 2025, all of the buzz. It was Wicked. It was all of the things, but I feel like this year we ain't heard nothing about the Gravity. We ain't heard, last year was all about the Gravity. This year we ain't heard nothing about the Gravity. But we have seen a whole lot of Ariana Grande. We've seen a whole lot of her castmate as well that's in there, which her name is escaping me as of right now, even though she's on a lot of things. Gravity. And the name is still not coming to me. Other categories, though, include the Pulse Award for podcasts, I believe. Don Lemon, he's grown so much and so quickly. I wonder if he's going to win. But Keke Palmer is forever, y'all. Keke Palmer is forever one of my favorites to watch do anything, like anything. From seeing her host on her own podcast to seeing her sit in on the Today Show with Jenna and Chanel. Like, Keke is like, for real, a true, she can switch up the roles. Like she's like all of the things. So yeah, and I know that takes some time. Being on is a thing, but when Keke is on, she is effing on. And there's not very many times. I don't think I've ever seen a time where Keke was, well, that phone call with that boy. Keke she wasn't on then, baby. But let me move forward because we don't want to dig up that old stuff and bring it into 2026. No, we don't want to do that. But yeah, Drewski is also in the category for the Pulse Award as well. So he's gonna be hosting the event, and maybe if he wins the award, he's just gonna come out as himself and be like, "Hey, I won, y'all! Yeah, yeah, yeah!" Fashion Vanguard Award is actually a category. It's too many like it's some fashion killers for real in this category. Beyonce, Rihanna, Zendaya. Come on, y'all. Teyana Taylor, shut up. ASAP Rocky, Doechii, Coleman Domingo, Bad Bunny, and Cardi B. Y'all got everybody in the same category. Now, there's a few people you can eliminate out of it, but when you hear those names as a whole, it's kind of like, now, y'all, how y'all gonna choose in that category? But we gonna see. Best Actress. Now, when I look at the lineup, I immediately be like, Angela Bassett, hand down. Because who are the rest of these barely seasoned heathens? I'm joking. I'm finna get off the microphone because I'm having too much fun today. Best actor, I think it should be a tie between I think it should be a tie between Michael B. Jordan and Damson Idris. Now that is messy. Now that is messy. You can watch the BET Awards on Sunday, June the 28th at the Peacock Theater in Los Angeles. And there will be an opportunity for us to also stream it. I just don't know exactly where, but I'll keep you posted in the future. The event is a 3-day long experience that includes panels, live musical performances, and more. Be sure to check out BET.com for more information and download the app. As a reminder, y'all, most magazines and books mentioned, as well as music mentioned today, are sourced through Hoopla, Flipster, and or Libby, all free streaming platforms made possible through our local library. Here at the Critic Chronicles, our goal is to provide quality but juicy content from websites, digital magazines, and tabloids, most of which are sourced from our public libraries. Research from the National Library of Medicine show that there are an estimated 17,000 public libraries nationwide, totaling 4 million visits each day. Public libraries are civic organizations that are committed to providing invaluable resources beyond books that are free and open to the public. Get your library card to access thousands of resources today. For access to the full YouTube episodes of our show, please be sure to browse the channel. Also, be sure to subscribe to our backup channel, Hey Critics, also linked in the show notes. Thanks again for tuning in to the Critic Chronicles YouTube channel where you get commentary reviews and tabloid news. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload.